thank goodness. Officer, please, come quickly.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. How can I...
It has become a madhouse. Madame has been shouting and cursing all morning. I've never seen her so angry. But what great luck to happen upon you.
Please, try to remain calm. First, may I ask your name?
We don't have time for that. Please, hurry.
Mademoiselle, now we are here, I must insist on your name before I can continue any further. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
I am Elizabeth, but it is the maidservant that we must consider. Forgive me, officer, but are you new to the area?
I stand out so obviously.
I mean no offence, only I have not seen you before. This is a small town, and you learn everyone's faces very quickly.
Very observant of you, mademoiselle. I was recently posted here from the city, and a good thing I'm here now. Let us get to the bottom of this madness you speak of.
There has been a theft at the house.
Then I am exactly where I should be, n'est-ce pas?
Madame Van den Bosch, the lady of the house, believes Fleurette is behind it. I'm afraid I do. I know Madame is confident of Fleurette's guilt, but she wouldn't do such a thing. Surely a burglar is responsible, as Mademoiselle believes. It is only one of Mademoiselle Angeline's most valuable bracelets, taken from her room.
Then its safe return is of the utmost importance. Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable. Oh. things are beginning to become clearer. Oh.
Of course, officer. How can I help? There is, sir. Luke, but he was called away from the house on a personal matter. Rahana, our cook, accompanied him. One set must be mine, leaving to find you. The other set must be Florette's. She was caught in the rain this morning.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable. Ah. Aha. Ah. Ah. Oh. Huh. Hmm. Another success. I never doubted myself. What a revelation! I must take a different approach if I am... Is there some... I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps... The pieces of the puzzle are fine. Come, my little grey cells. We must... I must act on thought and fact. Order and method. That is the way to solve... Magnifique. This will not get me any closer to... Order and method. That is the way to... Come, my little grey cells. We must... Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius. I have conducted my initial inspection of the house and grounds. It is now necessary for me to speak with those in the house.
Of course. Thank you, officer. I'm sure Madame Van den Bosch will be happy to hear the police are investigating.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot. I can assure you that
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent lawman.
And that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen. I do not believe so. I know so. It was Florette, the maidservant. I knew I could not trust her.
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further, especially to a measly officer. Don't be ridiculous. I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful. I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Really, officer, you are wasting... And what is your point?
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve. Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the key holder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Merci, madame. You have been... Huh.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here? Don't you need to be chasing down the burglar?
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
Ah, if we must.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
Some rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Florette.
You sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that? It is of great value. Money was no object to Father.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Maman had it insured with the others. It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit. Oh. Ah. Aha. Oh. Huh. Oh. Huh. This will not get me any close. Is there something I cannot see the logic in this. The pieces of the puzzle are I must take a different approach if I am to. I must act on thought. I must act on thought and. Another success. This will not get me any Come, my little grey cells. We... I cannot see the logic in this. Things are beginning to become...
The longer you are here, the further the criminal... Is one bracelet not enough? I have checked everywhere. You can ask Elizabeth if you don't believe me. It is only my bracelet that is missing.
As I have...
How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how to put a smile on my face. I remember how much fun we would have, all three. In the summer, father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered. When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert. He always knew just what to say.
I am sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances. You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to...
Really, officer, you are
Merci, madame. You have been... Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder...
Of course. Whatever I can do to help. Excuse me, officer?
The carving on the bench. Forgive me, I was not suggesting anything untoward.
Oh, of course not. Yes. I suppose there must be.
Would you know the identity of the mysterious L and E?
I'm afraid not. Perhaps they were old residents. A pair of star-crossed lovers, perhaps. Madame does not allow distract.
Love is not something that can be harnessed so easily.
That is Madame's rule, and I wouldn't want to be the one that challenges her on it. When I left, Madame was with Fleurette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Madame van den Bosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where...
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means. Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin. She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky.
Merci, mademoiselle. Order and method. That... Is there some... I must take a different approach if I am... Some would say a lucky guess. I would...
Certainly, officer. Madame is the one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial.
Aren't we all? Romeo and... Merci. Huh. Finally, it is...
What exactly do you think you are doing?
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Fleurette.
The girl is guilty. and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see it.
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the story, whether a feeble account on... Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Please, officer. I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to...
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will...
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself.
From what I understand of Madame van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't. I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snake. Now I am being accused of avoiding my duties?
Merci. I shall take... Ah. Ah. Oh. Aha. Hmm. Aha. Oh. I must take a different approach if I am... I should not be surprised by my own skills of the... What a revelation! I cannot see the logic in this. Is there some... must act on thought. Magnifique. This will not get me any closer. Come, my little grey cells. Order and method. I should not be surprised by my... Magnifique. This will not get me a... Is there something... The pieces of the puzzle are final. Come, my little grey cells. I cannot see the logic in this. Order and method. Things are beginning to become...
Anything to show you I didn't do. Yes, another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
Merci. I shall take everything...
Really, officer? If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further. And this is how she repays me? I will not be happy until I... I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen... It is challenging at times, I will admit. But I have tried my best to provide for Angeline, although sometimes she may not see it that way.
You are accepting the hand you have been dealt and raising a fine young mademoiselle. That is...
And you have done nothing but bother my staff and my family. I cannot stand here any longer.
The longer you're here, the further the... Maman is never happy with anything these days. Also, Florette does have...
And how does she react when she sees Florette not doing things the...
Maman has the temperament of a kicked cat. Florette has often been on the wrong side of it.
That is how she responded today?
She was shouting at her, and when Florette would not admit she took the bracelet, Maman really lost her temper.
You have been of great help to my investigation.
Certainly, officer. The lounge? A packet?
Oui, it is quite...
Oh, how silly of me. I must have had my head in the clouds this... Besides the terrible rain? No. I woke, began my duties with Mademoiselle. I had already laid out a clean dress. I helped her...
And the bracelet was still there when you left the room for...
I'm sure of it. I had it down before Mademoiselle Angeline. Why, yes, officer! I misplaced it after wiping a stain from Madame...
You are not the first to say. Had she not noticed...
It baffles me how she couldn't have. It was only... Madame is under a great deal of strain. It can't have been easy for her to lose her husband.
And this morning, it sounds as though it was such a...
It's not the first time I have had to stand and watch such treatment. I hate to see it. Madame's scolding of Florette this morning was the worst I have seen her temper.
Could there have been another reason for such a reaction?
Madame was not happy Florette was late. All through breakfast, Madame was watching her with a...
Merci, mademoiselle. Another success. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say... What a revelation!
Certainly, officer. How could I not be? I may not enjoy his other works, but how...
Especially being able to draw similarities between Verona's...
But I hadn't told.
Mademoiselle, I am an officer of the law. It is my...
Please, you cannot say anything to Madame. She is against staff relationships of any kind. In her eyes, a relationship between staff is nothing more than...
But he means so much more to you.
Oh, officer, I have found my soulmate. At first, it was nothing more than pleasantries around the grounds, but that quickly changed. I know it's not proper for a young lady to pursue a gentleman, but once I knew his feelings reciprocated...
Love transcends profession.
The mere thought of him was enough to make me blush. But I knew that Madame would never give her blessing. The summer evenings here are just so beautiful. I often find myself walking around the grounds after my daily duties are complete. He looked ever so handsome. And the poem he had prepared. Standing there beneath the warm glow of the falling sun. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I've been
One should never apologize for such a charming and... Merci, mademoiselle. You're...